All right, shalom, shalom. All right, we're the GMS Atlanta Church, and we got with us, the GMS Miami brothers with us too. Okay, now before we get started with this camp, I want to give all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards your hopeful elects for pushing the truth. All right, and as you can see, man, hey, we at it again, man. All right, another beautiful Thursday. Okay, to prophesy, man. And to prophesy what? To tell you people the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is really America, man. All right, the end of Esau Edom rulership. Okay, because we're going to be up next at the end of the day. All right. Now, through the Spirit, we're just going to go into Revelation 9. All right, just kind of piggyback off of what we heard going on. I believe the Apostle Ramla, he went live a little early, so he mentioned the bottomless pit and everything like that. Okay. But without further ado, we'll get right into it, bro.
All right, this is Revelation 9:1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth.
Now, that star is an individual which he's going to be mentioned later on as we continue, okay? All right, you continue on.
Continue on, it says, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
A key to the bottomless pit, all right? Now, that bottomless pit represents Europe, okay? And also, how can you identify that? Can you get that in Revelation 20?
This is Revelation 20, starting at verse, I'll start at verse 2. I'll start from the top.
Yeah.
Revelation 20:1, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan.
Which lets you know, all right, who this beast pertaining unto, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, the world was given into the hands of the wicked, Esau Edom, all right? Hey, he runs all these things, man. He's just a vessel that our Lord, Yahweh Shunau Shah, that the world entered called Jesus Christ, okay? He operates on both sides, man, all right, to fulfill prophecy, to fulfill his will, okay? God.
And it mentioned dragon.
Yep.
Who is the dragon? The dragon is the Roman Empire.
Yep.
Now, when it says it laid hold of the dragon and cast him to the bottomless pit, what was the proximity of the Roman Empire? Right? Where was the Roman Empire centralized? It was centralized in what we call Western civilization, right? It was centralized in Europe.
Yeah, time, all right? And how do you know they're speaking about Rome? Again, look around you today, all right? They came back in reincarnation, all right? That little horn. Can a brother get that? I believe that Daniel 7, time. All right? But if you look around, you can see certain structures that the Roman Empire had that's implemented within this kingdom, okay? As far as art, okay? And how, laws are being put out.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the Rome, the kingdom of Rome, excuse me.
Yeah.
All over again, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you probably make the same point.
The Roman numerals. You have the revitalization of the plebeians' partitions, which are the Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah.
So this is just basically a regurgitation of the Roman Empire.
All right.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 8. And it reads, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn.
Mm-hmm. Now, that little horn represents, America. All right? Because again, Rome, during the reincarnation, it mentions about putting a band-aid on, all right? Putting that bomb on, a healing stage, okay? All right? Because they fell, but how did they fall, man? We can see the same characteristics that's happening in America on how Rome fell. America's gonna fall just like Rome, but worse, man. Okay, according to prophecy.
Yeah, one example of that is back during that time was the Roman denarius. Right, they start putting all types of metals into that particular form of currency. Now you can see with the dollar. Back in 2020 they was getting all types of stimulus checks.
Perfect.
So the same thing is no new thing under the sun. Just like the money fell in Rome, the money gonna crash here in Babylon the Great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
This book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. That's talking about America, man. Two horns as a lamb. Going to the Democratic Republic. Well, how did they speak as a dragon, man? With those draconian laws, man.
Yep.
That's talking about America versus
A
12.
good example is the pandemic, right? What did they do? They shut the whole world down, right? And they were going off of mainly America's medical,
Right.
scientific policy.
Right.
All right. Okay, who funds the World Health Organization? America, the Bill and Gates Foundation. So that's how you know America's behind the scenes, really, okay, to handle the whole earth. Dictating
Yep.
policy, whether it be soft form with the draconian laws or with the military.
Yep.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11 again, it says, And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, verse 12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Yep. And as you can see, man, they're still trying to keep their power, man. All right, them healing up and rising back up. They're still trying to hang in there, but we already know, according to prophecy, this kingdom is going to fall, man. All right, during that second death, all right, the lake of fire, there's going to be implemented via the chariots, all right, the missiles, okay, which is the second death, all right, because the first death was the flood, man. Okay, but you had a piece up? No. All right, can you get that Daniel 7 and 20?
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell,
Which is the Spanish, the French, and the British, okay? Those are the 3 that fell, okay?
even of that horn that had eyes,
We keep mentioning that horn, all right? Which again, it goes into America, okay? You got to object.
had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellow.
Yeah, all right, so this the spirit of the place, all right? Hey, look at the spirit of this place, America, okay? It's all stout, pride, all right, it goes to pride. Matter of fact, can you get Proverbs 8 and 13? Because those are the 3 main characteristics we see within this kingdom. And it's gonna back up this point right here.
All right, this is Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil,
To hate evil, okay?
pride,
Pride,
and arrogancy.
and arrogancy. You see all 3 of those characteristics within this society, man. All right, and not only within this society, but hey, the whole world has been drunken. All right, the whole world is drunk off the philosophies of America, man. All right, so we can see the same energy being pushed here heavily and throughout the 4 corners of the whole earth, man. Look on social media, okay? The woman over there is starting to act like the Negro woman, man. Okay, you gotta argue.
I'll start from the top. Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate.
Everybody stands strong on their liberty. All right. Everybody want to put their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
All right. Want to come as they are. Want to say God loves everybody. Those are all the different philosophies, man. And this is why we're opening up with Revelation 9, man. Just get back into it, man. Okay. The brothers didn't have.
I got to read some hand back. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 16 doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue. America lies every freaking day. Hands that shed innocent blood.
Yeah.
The children of Israel.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day. 18. And heart that devises wicked imaginations. What does America, okay, which is leading the pack, but with all these Edomites, what do they want to do? They want to put a digital all in us, right?
Yeah.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief. 19. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
So, not only those are the different characteristics that the Lord hates, but once upon a time ago, we was all in that same mind state as well, man.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So we had to realize something, all right? For why do you have about shooting out shot? He filtered our laws, man, our hearts. Okay. He baptized us, man. He washed He cleansed us, all right, so that we could finally see, man, on what's going on. And we knew that we was messing up, so we hate those same things too.
That's right.
All right, you have a thing that's called an old man. That's why we have to mortify our members, man. All right, because we know ultimately the destruction is coming, especially here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right, and we don't want to take no part of that. Okay, you got
A quick one for you, bro.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
So that bravado, all right, goes back to that stop. Or if I said that right, excuse me. Or just walking around with that bravado, like you just know it all right? Esau knows the world was given it to him. Esau knows that he gets the fatness of that was a part of his blessing, man. All right, he was blessed with that sword, all right. That blessing that's being mentioned back in Genesis, man. So he knows all these things, okay? But he took that blessing, he's like, man, can't nobody touch me. All right? We got money, we got this, that, and the third, but you deceiving yourself, man. All right? Go all the way back to the garden, man, that old serpent that we mentioned, man. All right? Those have anything else? No, we go back to that Revelation. Tonight, chapter.
Let's start from the top again.
All right, John.
Revelation 9:1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Which represents Europe, because what we're about to go into, I know Bishop Watazu, he did a lesson earlier. He mentioned something about, history ties up with the scriptures. All right, so it has a lot of history within this chapter as well, and also prophecy. Okay.
Got some, what's at the back on pitch represents lands.
Yep.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 5. I'll start at verse 23. Second Esdras, chapter 5, verse 23. It says, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every tree of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee the one only vine. Verse 24 it says, and of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
Yep.
What's the pit that the Lord chose with Israel, but it's showing that pit represents a land. It says, and of all the flowers thereof, one lily. So the pit, going to how the pit represents land. The bottomless pit represents Europe, because nothing can go there.
Yeah, like different minerals and different resources. The apostle went into it today. They had to import a lot of, oils, different types of spices, herbs and things like that. All right, just to back up your point. Okay, but we continue on in Revelation 9.
This is Revelation 9:2. And he opened the bottomless pit, and then it rose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit.
Just let you know something is happening heavy over there within that land at that point in time, man. Okay, you continue on.
Verse 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth.
Now, this is going into World War I. All right, starting on back in 1914. All right, and the locust represents those planes. Can the brother look up an image of a locust right quick for Buckle Shah? And then we can probably show the camera as well. But you can reread that for Buckle Shah.
Right, this is Revelation 9:3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power.
Yeah, all right. And it's going to go into where that power is coming from, all right, which is their tails, okay? It's going to get into all that, man, all right, because they was flying those planes, all right, look like locusts for a reason, because they have 4 wings, just like a locust, okay? It has 4 wings, all right? Now, this is John the Revelator, man, all right? Reed needs to go back, and veil means to pull back the veil, so to speak, all right? So he got revealed this vision to see and to write it down, man. Okay? Now he ain't gonna say, yeah, man, there was World War I planes. All right?
Right, exactly.
He just described it the best he can.
Yep.
Okay, during that time. All right? Because we understand throughout history, you have a thing called languages, man. And it's always being translated. It's always changing up. All right? That's why it's very important to go back to our original language, man. Okay?
If I can say, during the time of John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, it was about 2,000 years ago, like 96 AD to 100 AD. And the first plane, all right, built by the Wright brothers was until 1903. So he had to describe it how it came to him in the spirit. He's not, like the brother said, it's not going to say it was a plane, a
Right.
fighter plane.
Right.
The Bible's written of different mysteries, man. It was given to the elect for us to interpret, to the hopeful elect, all right, to the 1/3
what these scriptures are talking about.
Yeah,
Right.
You have to really use your imagination. You know, a lot of people be one-minded, but we have an option to know all things. So you gotta run those motives, man, so to speak.
Everyone good. The scripture says, surely before God will do nothing.
Yep.
Reveal in secrets into the servants of the prophets.
That's right.
So they're not going to comprehend that the locusts spoken about in the book of Revelation or the plains before War I, that's a secret, that's a mystery. You know?
Yep.
That's why you have to go, we're the mediators in the spirit.
Yep.
Right? The prophets, starting with Yahweh Shah,
Yeah.
we're the mediators for the entire nation of Israel and the entire planet Earth. Everybody has to go through us to deal with the Father.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick one, just to,
Okay, John, you got that.
this is Deuteronomy 29:29. It says, the secret things belong unto Yahweh Shah our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of the law.
Khan is the will of Yahweh Shah. That's being mentioned back in Romans the 12th chapter. All right, the reasonable service. All right, and also the whole duty of man that's mentioned in Ecclesiastes. Right? Okay, so hey, we have an unction to know all things. Right? Our only Father, our only power is revealing secrets unto us, man. And that's why we continue to say, Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. So it is a beautiful thing to actually know things, man, to understand them, all right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the ability of our times, man, even this time, all right? And it's going, Lord willing, we be stable in the latter days, man. We are in the latter days, but, you know, when they push that CHIP, man, okay, they come down with that great wrath, even stronger, okay? Come.
This book of Hosea, chapter 12 and verse 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used
It's
similitudes
true, when I
by
eat
the
the one,
ministry,
you know, when I
by the
apply
ministry,
for
by the
the
ministry
position.
of the prophets. So Lord, give the prophets vision, but they have similitudes. They use different different terms to compare a vision,
Yep.
vision that the Lord gave you.
Yep. Clouds.
Yeah, clouds. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the chariot,
Yeah,
chariots
come.
of water.
Yep, and that's a secret in itself.
Oh yeah.
But can you reread that again? We'll talk about the locust, and if you don't mind, point it one more time, showing the camera.
All right, this is Revelation 9:3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power.
Yeah, because an actual scorpion, where the power lies on the scorpion, its tail, all right? And a scorpion does what? It stings you with the power of its tail, all right, to take down anything that comes against it. Okay, so in this case, that we're gonna get into it. We continue on. It's gonna mention it.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 9, verse 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth.
Grass of the earth, and what else? I believe it mentioned trees.
It says, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those which have not the seal of God in their foreheads.
And again, those trees represent the elect, man. All right, because you probably had our grandfathers that was fighting in that war, man. All right, and they was exempt from judgment, so that what? So that the hopeful elect can continuously come, man. We could get reproduced within this world, man. Because there's a thing called regeneration, or in other words, reincarnation. All right. Again, means go back or come back. Incarnate means flesh, so you're coming back in the flesh. All right. Again, this is prophecy. In other words, saying things before it actually takes place. All right. Now we already experienced World War I and World War II. All right, but we're also experiencing World War III, the beginning of effects. All right, and this whole chapter is going to go right into it. Okay. That
This is Revelation 9 verses 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man.
Yeah, because again, those scorpions represents those planes, man. All right, the power lies within that tail, and they were sitting on the back of those planes with those machine guns. All right, different guns. All right, you can look it up. Okay, there's videos out there on it. Yeah, people who was actually riding the plane with pistols, shotguns. All right, they had machine guns on the back, and if you get touched, all right, or stung, it hurts. Okay, and that you get tormented. All right, your limbs come off. All right, hey, look at different images of World War I and World War II, man. All right, people had limbs ripped apart. All right,
Half of their
faces
face
got-
was like blown
yeah,
off.
blown off, right? And again, those 5 months represents those 5 years too. Okay, 1914 to 1919. if I said that correctly.
Yeah,
Right?
that's-
You continue on.
And just watch Pearl Harbor. Just get a visual of the Scorpions. Basically those guns in the back. You have your pilot in the front. You got your ammo in the back. You got the men in the back who shoot. Man.
Right.
It's another movie called Memphis Belle. Where they show that in two planes that had gunners in the back. They had gunners in the back. They had gunners underneath the model, gun in the front, because they were carrying bombs and payload, and they needed to be protected because the other planes were going to shoot them out the strap. That's why they needed the gun in the back and everything. That movie Memphis Belle shows Memphis.
They had a recent World War I movie of 1917.
That was a good one, yeah.
And there was a scene where the German pilots were fighting the United Kingdom pilots, and they were pretty much shooting at the back, and they basically everything the brother said. So they have all these movies and historical documentation to prove that the words of the Lord are true. Because John saw this. That's the key. John saw World War I before it even happened. All right. That's how you know the Lord was dealing with John. John's an Israelite, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hey, if I could add to your point, because you said the Lord was dealing with them. If not, then what does those 5 months represent?
Right.
What else would you link that with?
Yeah.
Yeah, time. And then once everything coming together, it's gonna make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, this is our power, man. All right, full of truth. All right, he's not the author of confusion. All right, so but the truth fits. It makes sense. Okay. We get back to that. Can you read that last verse?
Yeah, this is Revelation 9 and 5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And the torment was as the torment of a scorpion who striketh a man.
When you strike up a man, can the mother get that word strike on a blue letter? Let's see what that word strike means. No, Revelation 9.
It's free tonight, right? It's free, right?
Verse 5.
It's Strong's G. Strong G 3817 is io. It means to strike, to smite, to sting, to strike or wound with a sting.
So that's a key word, all right? Words matter, man. Wound. Okay? So when they got hit with those different weapons, all right, during that war, you have a lot of men who got wounded, okay, and they had to go through that torment. All right? Some gave up the spirit, but some remain, man. All right? And you have many examples today, man. All right? But the water, brother. You continue on.
Revelation 9 and 6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it.
See, men shall seek death and shall not find it, all right? Imagine, you out there just running, and then boom, you just black out, then you wake up, and you in a bed, man. And you like, okay, I'm trying to get up, but I can't move. And then you look down, you notice your right leg is gone, and your left arm is gone, okay? That's torment, man. That's torture. Yeah, a lot of people who were suffering that.
Right.
They didn't have the technology like today.
Right.
They ain't have fentanyl.
Yeah, fentanyl, all right? And you go old school, really. You just use alcohol, all right? So you want to feel the pain, so to speak.
Bandages, alcohol and bandages.
Man
Alcohol
up.
and bandages. some gin.
It ain't got nothing to do with the rapture either, man.
Yeah.
It says, continue on, it says, and in those
It's
days,
like if I could say too, because it said, we correlate that with what's happening in World War III too. How they seek death and shall not find it. Because it just like 9/11 when people was jumping out of the buildings and shit. These people gonna be trying to find death because they're gonna be surrounded by it, right? So it ain't gonna have no other option but the Lord. And He gonna keep the spirit in some of these people, man.
Yeah,
Like the scripture says. Got it.
Yep.
Revelation 9 and 6, and in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Which is self-explanatory, all right? They just simply couldn't give up the spirit. The world won't allow it. All right? They just have to suffer that. All right, you got it, IQ.
All right, verse 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle.
Just like back in the ancient world, like you prepare a horse to battle, okay? You put armor on a horse, okay? You make sure the horse is actually prepared correctly to go battle in war, right? That's how they will prepare those locusts, which is those planes, man. All right, they'll fuel it up, test run them, just like you see today. They do test runs every Wednesday, Thursday with their fighter jets and everything, man. All right, so it's no different, man. That lets you know the scriptures are true, man. All right, you got to idea. Because they had to prepare those planes because it was a world war. Okay, just to throw that back out.
Because it was the brothers that created planes.
Wright brothers.
Oh yeah, right, brother. Yeah.
The Wright brothers was only was it like 19?
It says 1903. According to the history, 1903.
Yeah, so 1903 to World War I. That's a real short span of time to go from, you see the planes where they was
Wobbling.
Yeah.
to being dressed like you said.
Oh, that goes into that scripture, wisdom and knowledge shall be increased. I think that's Daniel the 12th chapter. So Esau's technology just keeps ramping up until the time of the MOTV.
The scriptures mention the Smith. Okay, these people just continuously to make different things just so they can destroy really their son of perdition. What else can they do? All right, you got it.
Revelation 9 and 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as if it were crowns like gold.
Yo, this is going into their attire that they would wear. All right, you had different ranks. Okay, now you had certain individuals who had like a gold helmet, a real gold helmet. All right. Oh yeah, come on, you can show the camera. Yeah, water, brother.
Hey, because if I may add, bro, it's the same thing in today's military. Like, in the Army, they send the lower level rank soldiers on the battlefield. But in the Air Force, they're not having a new nigga flying jets. Like the Air Force, those are high level ranking officers.
Yep. You have a thing like different strikes. Oh, flight.
No, and it's a lot goes into being a fighter pilot. Right?
Yeah.
You have perfect vision.
Yeah.
You gotta hear perfect, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
You said they ain't just sending no average nigga in the plane.
Yeah, that's a high level office right there, bro.
You continue on, I can.
Continue on. It says Revelation 9 and 7. And on their heads
West side, bro.
were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. Verse 8, and they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions.
Again, going into the different attires once again, all right? Even they were starting to paint the planes, man.
Take that shit to the
All right, it kind of reminds me of what Dad and Ruben used to do, all right? Before they went out to go fight their battle, so to speak, they'll paint their faces.
Right, I already know. Hey, what would they call them?
Yeah, kind of.
What do they call the helicopters? Apache, Black Hawks, and that whole vibration is there. Tomahawks, the water, yeah.
And they would use certain things like that to intimidate their opponents. Okay? You got it, Ike.
All right, Revelation 9 and 9. And they had breastplates as if it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots, and many horses running to battle.
Yep, many horses running to battle because, prime example, you have a military plane flying over you. You can hear the engine running. It's really loud, okay? And it's as if, it's like 5 planes going at the same time, okay? That's just basically what it's going into. Again, it mentioned a horse being prepared unto battle. Well, if you have many horses prepared unto battle and they come at you, and you have the people riding on top ready to fight, it sounds like many horses, okay? Just like a plane, you hear the engine crank on. And
Vibration,
That,
Power.
careless,
Power, yeah.
Usually, like the World War II platform of fighting, with those planes being mass produced the way they were, a lot of times on the field before they take off, all the planes would be actually organized together, so it would actually look like a field of horses. If you had a certain perspective, looking at just a bunch of planes getting ready to start to take off.
Yep.
Look like a field of horses together.
That's
For
real.
battle.
Water, bro.
And that sound, I remember years ago, the apostles, when they was doing their lessons together, they actually put in the video where you could hear how those planes sound. They sound exactly like horses and what did it say, locusts. You can hear it literally sounds like the flapping. It's exact same sound.
All right, you jump down to verse 11.
Yeah.
You jump down to verse 15.
Revelation 9 and 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit.
Now I mentioned earlier, that's what that star go into. Okay, I mentioned in Revelation 1. 9 and 1. Can you repeat that part right quick? 9 and 1.
Revelation 9 and 1. And the fifth angel sounded, and they saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
All right, so that's basically saying, he had the power, right? The power was in his hand,
Yep.
right, to implement certain things, right?
Yep.
He took that key, he opened that door, and he was with it, all right? The Lord used that vessel to really push out that war, so to speak, okay? Push out World War I, right? Because if you look deeper into him, he was actually in like a small organization. It's like an assassins, all right? And there was a lot of money laundering too going on, all right? But his name is Kaiser William II, all right? Yep, that's him. Yep.
Yeah.
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 And he's got a skull on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's T.
That's why I mentioned that king, all right, that star. He had the key to implement whatever the Lord allowed him to, all right, which is war. Okay.
Yep.
Back in the book of Exodus, it says what? Our power is a man of war. Okay. Let's back up that point.
And that World War I is a major player in why we're having World War III.
Yep.
You couldn't have World War III without obviously being 1 and 2, but that World War I, when you go into the history of what was going on in that land with Russia, and we know it now as Russia and Ukraine and Croatia and all that area. It was a lot of stuff that built up to even World War I that we're seeing today play out.
Yeah.
On CNBC and shit.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of things being built up right now. It's basically a domino effect, man. All right. Things are just gonna wax worse and worse. Okay. Now you can jump back down to that verse 11.
Revelation 9 and 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit.
All right, and the angel just means messenger again. All right. So he was sending the message that he wanted war, basically. Okay. Which is Kaiser William. Kaiser is just a title. All right. Another way of saying
Tsar.
Yeah.
King.
Yeah. King. Yeah. Caesar. Yeah. Caesar. Yeah.
Right.
All right. And then was that there on verse 11? Okay. Come on.
It says, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue have his name Apollyon.
Mm-hmm. Again, which means destroyer. Okay. At the end of the day, now, can you drop that and go straight down to verse 15? Because now we're going to get into
Verse 12, back up your point.
Oh yeah, Con. For the time.
A lot of people died in that war, man.
Yeah, Con.
If I could add this quick, I just looked up World War I on Wikipedia, and I'm just gonna read a brief part of what it says. But you were speaking about the new weaponry that they developed. It says new technology, including the recent invention of the airplane, trench warfare, and especially chemical weapons, made it one of the deadliest conflicts in history.
So again, man, at the end of the day, to destroy someone.
Yeah.
All right. Because Esau, he always took a thing called biological warfare. Like look what he did to the natives when he came over there. War was always lying in his heart, man. All right. Esau was like I said, teamer. He was the perfect vessel to cause havoc.
Yeah.
Okay. You can you go to verse 12, then jump down to verse 15.
And brother, if I may, that's why Jake and the world that play around with this whole World War III, making light of it, you clearly have never studied these subject matters. Because each war has exponentially was worse than the previous one. The draft, number of people that was drafted from World War I to World War II increased. The deaths, like you said, the weapons. Think about from World War I to I'm all over the place with this, but atomic bombs was dropped in what, World War II? So you went from barely having planes in the turn of the century to warplanes to hydrogen atomic bombs, tanks.
The First World War tank, they could barely shoot beginning of World War I, they could barely shoot each other with the tanks. Now you fast forward to now, you got tanks from a different city and hit the target.
Yeah,
They-
lock in.
Man, they can hit you with something. They can hit your ass with something from the Pacific Ocean in Memphis
Yeah.
with accuracy from the ocean. And people gonna see, man, this shit gonna be. It's gonna be some battleship shit, man.
Right now, you got the drone pilots. They're right here on American soil, and they're bombing people in the Middle East. All right, it's like a video game, bro. It just, you know, so yeah, the technology has advanced for this World War III. So, you know, like brother said, man, you Jakes out there taking this war shit, okay, very lightly. You don't understand war, man. You don't understand what true carnage is, but you're gonna see it.
Man, they gonna see it, man.
Right, let me bring this out. World War I casualties.
There we go.
15 to 22 million deaths. World War II.
Mm-hmm.
50 to 56 million deaths. You see how that jumped?
Yeah. So World War III, what you expect?
Come on now.
Right now.
World War I to 1945. So now in 2022, man.
Then what, Salakia? Then what was going on in between World War I and World War II?
Right.
You had the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
You had the Great Depression. The dust famine, all of that stuff was going on during that time period.
Yeah.
So just even with the war, those numbers, hundreds of millions of people died around the world from the Spanish flu.
Hey, because you always got to add to the numbers that Esau put out.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, they not counting every single body, man. So you always got to add to Esau numbers, like you said. Towards the end of World War I, they had the flu pandemic, the influenza. Hey man, it ain't no telling how many people died from off of that, man. Because they like the brother was speaking of, they didn't have the medicines. Then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It was poor.
Yeah.
There was no money.
Right.
You know, the crazy thing is, or a point, was that I've heard, which it coincides with what's taking place today as well. I heard that was that influenza from post World War I it coincided with the introduction of radar. With the human anatomy and rejecting radar. And what are they doing now with the 5G, 6G?
Yeah.
Come on now.
And when you go into that, like every time America made a new technological advance, people got sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Electricity. Yeah. Yep. People was real talk protesting electricity. Like, man, nah, ban that shit.
Right.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 14. I'll start at verse 14. It says, let go from the immortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of men, put now off the weak nature. That's what the Lord tells us. The times that are coming are going to be perilous times. It says verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times. Verse 16 says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. That was in the time of Ezra. So he said greater evils going to happen.
Right.
And we actually seen it, man. Okay? What it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, and the end shall be made manifest. You see the manifestation of our power, Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
Okay? But we're going to jump right into it, then I'm step down.
Revelation 9 and 15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
And the third part of men, again, represents the sons of the wicked.
Yep.
Which is Esau, Edom. Right? Rightfully so. Okay? You continue on that verse.
And look at the Euphrates.
Yeah.
Euphrates is
It's dried up.
dried up, man.
Everything is coming into prophecy, man. All right? Because what? The Lord is preparing what? War.
Yeah.
Okay? Not World War III, man.
It was a famine at that time too.
Hey, cause you know what, bro? We gotta remind our people and these people through the spirit, man. Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai is a war god, man.
Yeah.
See, everybody got this fixated idea of God as this, you know, He just loves everything and you know,
Yeah, he just sitting up there. That's
he just
it.
sitting up there and just, you know, He's about just keeping. No, man, He understands greatly because He created peace and war. But you got to remember that our power, the living power, the only power, is a man of war.
And well, it's like to do the show on it, like maybe, and that's just in the Old Testament and the New Testament. The word Lord of Hosts is mentioned like 260 sometimes. host means army.
Army. Yeah.
Brother, if I may, I got an article I've been meaning to do a lesson on. It goes into the fact, and historians broke it down, and they broke it down that in the Bible, the Lord just directly responsible. They said he's responsible in the Bible for like 2 million deaths in the Bible. Then they break it down to, oh yeah, and he used Satan for this number, and but like how you said, like there's millions of deaths recorded in the Bible, just in here, directly at the hand of the Lord. So we gotta remember the reminder. That's why Revelation 9, these chapters, like yo, the Lord is a God of war.
Right.
He wants blood.
Right.
And then taking into consideration what is that Deuteronomy 32 and 39. I'm the Most High. I kill. So really,
That's the real understanding, exactly.
This is Revelation 19 and 18. By these three was the third part of men killed.
Again, this is represents Esau.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's creating all these things, man. All right. So he's gonna be put down. Hey, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay. Once they get gather all up in the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Supply, it's gonna go down, man. Over there and over here, man. Because this is still a valley with no walls, so to speak. It's roughly paraphrased. Okay. Yeah.
Revelation 19 and 18. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, was issued out of their mouths.
Ain't talking about no volcanoes.
Yeah. All right.
You got a lurker.
All right. It represents those missiles coming out from silos, man. Okay. And don't forget about the chariots that you people even call UFOs. Hey, the Lord's gonna throw down, man. All right. But that's just a reminder to us, to fear more and to be more humble too. Because that's, come on, man. That's a fearful thing.
That's why. Go ahead, brother. Go
Well,
ahead.
if I just real quickly, if I might add, the brother made a point. When you go into that verse, it is talking about the nuclear missiles, and what do you hear all over the news?
Exactly.
Nuclear threats,
Yep.
right? Nuclear war, nuclear testing.
Right.
The main two superpowers, Russia and America.
Yeah.
So come on, that fits, man.
Exactly.
What else could it be?
Look at the bishop put in the group earlier that they passing out
the pills.
them pills,
Radiation pills.
them iodine or radiation pills to these areas, man. Then they had the commercials. The commercials in North Carolina was in New York and New Jersey. If you so happen to get caught in a nuclear bomb, hide in a closet and count to 10 and dumb shit like that.
They said.
Because why? They got to put it in you people's face that this is what is about to happen. And as Esau hit the devil that he is, if you don't come up against it, then you're basically it's like guilty by association.
Right.
Like you're just basically in consent with it. Like, well, okay, cool. And then all of y'all gonna be fried by that shit, man.
Yeah.
Without. But that was the point on there. All right. Well, hopefully that was edifying.
Where the envelopes coming to the? They should send envelopes to everybody.
Right.
Yeah, he can read. You can read. Yeah, he can read scripture while y'all switch. He can read that scripture while you
Just in
switch.
case.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 47, verse 13. Thou art weary and multitude of thy counsel.
We gonna switch out next.
Let now the astrologers and stargazers and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right, and the counsel of the wicked is what? It's going to come to naught. All right, and who's exercising the counsel? The elite bankers, the elite chemists, the elite physicians, the people who are developing these nuclear missiles, who are developing these diseases, man. All right, these noblemen of these different 7 heads, 10 horns.
Mr. Rabbits.
Right. Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Gates. Let's see here. It says, verse 14, it says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. And that fire is speaking of thermonuclear missiles. That's speaking of the hypersonic missiles that Putin has in his arsenal that America does not have a defense for. That's right. It says, in the reads, it says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. It says, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a cold or warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. You know, and you're not going to be able to escape the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It doesn't matter your ideas, your philosophy, your religion, right? You're not going to be able to escape the hypersonic nuclear missile, man. You're not going to be able to escape, all right, the nuclear warfare.
Right.
Only people going to be able to escape are the elect.
That's right.
That's right. It's written in the stars. Just as the kingdom and our salvation is written in the stars. The stars says that America is fucked. You know, really, it's written in the heavens. The Heavenly Father wrote it in the scriptures, and we have the answers. Your mother prognosticators, your witches, your warlocks. Your pride does not give you the answer out of this hell that's coming to play, man.
Right.
And we understand that World War III, this is going to be the war that's going to wipe America off the map. See, Americans are proud. World War I, World War II. They came out of those wars. They came out of those wars on top.
Stronger.
With pride.
Virgin daughter.
They even dropped the atomic bombs to really the flex. You know, because the Japanese were trying to work out a surrender.
They surrendered like a week before.
Right. You know? But they did that to flex, man, to really put fear in the nations. But what we're telling you, we're prophesying through the Holy Spirit that the Heavenly Father is going to burn this place for World War III, man. It's around the corner. That's right.
Right.
That's why I said
That's it.
in Revelation 9, the first woe coming quickly is
Yeah, Revelation 11, 11 to
the
14.
second, the third woe coming quickly.
Yep.
Every brother can get it because I just
I can say this real quick because the reality is you need a contingency plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, the only contingency plan first and foremost is to be an Israelite and to have the understanding of these scriptures and to actually be put into use.
Yep.
That's the only contingency plan. Because you got a lot of people coming out, bringing out what's going on in the government, like TikTok, going crazy.
Yeah,
all those truths is on there.
Just saying it.
But they're praying against the prophecies.
Right.
Man, hopefully this doesn't happen. No, it's gonna happen. It's in the scriptures.
It's actually coming for you. If you're not for you, how about you outside? If you're not one of the elected Israel, it's coming for you, whoever you are, man. You know, to lay the whole land desolate. But you got Revelation 9.
Book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Right.
Right? And look at it, man. World War II was just like, what, 60, 70 years ago?
Yeah.
It wasn't even a decade, man.
Yeah.
And look how close we are to World War III, man.
Right.
All right, I mean,
Brothers.
it's coming fast. You got it.
So like it, brothers was just breaking down the advancements in technology in that short amount of time.
Right.
So yeah, it happened. When you think of it that way, it's really quickly, man. Because look how much they got now. I was watching a documentary the other day on World War II. They were talking about the atomic bomb. This Edomite was saying that's like a firecracker compared to what they got now.
Oh man.
Like he said something like, man, that's literally like a firecracker.
Dead ass serious. Like he wasn't smiling nothing.
In that short time span, man.
There's an article, I wish I could find it, where they broke down, like how you saying, big boy, little boy in the TNT. You saw that? They broke it down in the TNT. Man, the big boy, that damage it did over there in Japan, it doesn't even compare to the weakest nuclear weapon. I'm not talking about these Satan 1s, Satan 2s. I'm talking about the weak shit that they've been had. It don't even compare, man. It's like a firecracker.
Apostle Tahar did a show on that a while back, and he had those. They had the little TNT.
Yeah, the little red blocks.
Yeah,
That's it.
The megatons of TNT.
You had to keep scrolling.
Right, yeah.
It was like it was the big boy in the screen. It was just all that.
Yep.
But then they showed the other ones. You had to like.
Keep scrolling.
Yup. Shit from last week is nothing, nigga. Right. Shit, literally. They perfecting these things day by day, week by week. The Lord got the spirit on Jerusalem. And you see Blue talking more and more shit about America. The elder in Las Vegas posted a video of going on down in 15 minutes, man, just digging into America, man. Lord put the spirit upon these people, put the evil thought upon these nations to really send them nukes over here.
Right.
It's not science fiction. Even Americans know they got them things pointed over here.
Exactly.
You know?
And the Lord said it's the Lord, not the spirit on who. See that well, the full territories that form a union with them, they all got their hands in one circle. He's standing in the middle, and his face, his countenance like, fuck America.
It's real epic, man.
I got something for you too. Oh, but yeah. This is Ezekiel 38, and I started 3, and it says, well, I started 2, and it says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies and horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
That's right. That's been through his hot determination to get the USSR back, man, to the glory that it had before, man. You know, they look at that as a very sad thing, like a tragedy which happened to them. But the Lord has put the spirit upon them now, man. They have parade after parade in testing missiles after missiles, man.
That's the whole
you
reason
know
why they even in Ukraine.
Yep. It's testing out before this war, really. You know, and really gearing themselves up, man. They're gathering these little small nations. They trying to, you know, get their squad together.
Yeah,
really.
The key point in that scripture, it said chief prince. But when you go into the word Russia, because everything pretty much has a Hebrew beginning, and you break that word Russia down, it's Ra'asha. Ra'ash meaning head or chief, and Shah meaning prince. So chief prince.
Yep. The Lord got the spirit on Russia. That's God and Magog. You look at an ancient map, it falls into that land of Russia, man. You know, and really the USSR, because you got to remember the maps are different. The map today is different from the map 50 years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
You really saw a huge change in geopolitics and strength when Russia invaded the Middle East, all right, and stopped America from overthrowing Syria. All right, Assad, who was, you know, the prime minister of Syria. That was the change of the tide to show how strong Russia is, because America couldn't overthrow Assad. And that right there, man, you know, should have woke a lot of people up. Okay, the Russians are not to be played with, man.
Right.
They're in the Middle East. They're now, okay, doing major things in the Middle East. That's where the battle's going to really, okay, kick off.
Yep.
All right, that's why you got to pay attention to the Middle East. Man.
Jehoshaphat, yeah.
This Jeremiah 50 and 22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
That's what the Lord is really sending out his prophets to really prophesy these things that happen, man. The business, you know? And then you see it on TikTok. You see it in the mainstream media. You ain't got to go on no dark page on the internet. You know,
World War III be trending on Twitter.
Right. There ain't no conspiracy theory. That word don't even get thrown around so much, man. Because these things are in your face, man. They're telling you, even the people who know about war, they telling you that the generals, the ex-generals this, the ex-generals that, they telling you it's going to fall. They tell you that it's imminent. You know?
Right.
If I could say too, because the scriptures speak about the time of war, you know, in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. And that's what, you know, each and every brother, and our mind is geared towards war right now.
Yeah.
You know? And these people, they're in the murder spirit. Yeah. And that's how you know that they're going to get destroyed, because their mind isn't aligned with actually what's going on in the world.
Right. But your government is geared towards war, because folks in Mississippi can't get water, but billions are being sent over there for what? Water, man.
Right.
You know?
It's a
people hungry around the world, but their governments, the biggest amount of their expenses is going to war. You know?
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the sun, under the heaven. Verse 2. A time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. Verse 6, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to rend, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace.
That's right. There we go. And this time that the Lord gathers his elect, and promised us that, you know, Lord, we will be of that number. Waking up, that's the prophecy. When
Right.
you're seeing brothers waking up, that means our salvation must be nigh.
Right. Teaching.
Now, Revelation 19 and 10 tells you about the coming of our Lord. Brothers are just going into how the Most High, he's a man of war now. And it tells you his interest is going to be to make war. That's the time that it's for, man. Us waking up coincides with this place going down, man.
That's right.
And it's going to go down violently, man.
That's right.
You know?
This is the book of Joel. I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna read
Figured
1
I
to
had
2.
that too.
Yeah, that's it. So Joel chapter 3 verse 1, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 9 after that. It's Joel chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." The Lord is bringing it again out of captivity right now. We're waking up to know who we are, right? In the land that the Lord scattered us. While the Lord is doing that, he's doing this too. Verse 2 says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? The Lord's judgment. It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and have parted my land.
Because you know what? What's every nation right now, the main nations that we're talking about and prophesying against, Russia, Iran, North Korea, America, where does their confidence come from? Their military. Was that the book of Psalms said break their teeth, which is that military, their might. So the Lord gonna gather all these nations' military in one zone and destroy it all.
Right.
That's right.
Then what are you nations gonna be able to do then? That's a man. You ain't a nation without a military.
It's like that's a knockout blow.
That's a knockout blow.
It's like a right hand from Mike Tyson.
That's it, man. That's World War III for you. The war to end all wars, man. That's the biggest thing, you know, the biggest judgment, man. Judgment Day, Valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh's judgment, man. And we're not just nuts people walking around and we telling them that nuclear missiles about to hit this place. We ain't just nuts, crazy people. The Lord doing it for our sakes. The Lord willing, we've been beamed up in the chariots while these things happen, man. While the nuclear missiles come and hit this place, you know. The Lord's going to gather these nations because they all have offended and afflicted the children of Israel, man. You know, and that's why it's happening, man. You know.
I got precepts about it. Revelation 18 and Revelation 18 to 17. For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off.
It's the economics blow. See, the Lord in the book of Revelation speaks on the three city states that Esau has. You got every nation got to have all three, really. You got to have a military, you got to have an economic, and you got to have a religious basis. That's every kingdom, nation. You got to have all three. So right there, the Lord is letting it be known He's going to destroy. We just read that the military is going to be destroyed. You're done there. All right. Economically speaking, this place is going to fall. All these nations are connected to this place. They're going to mourn. And then we can't forget the spiritual side. When the Lord come back, that's literally the Lord. And like you said, in 1 hour, literally wiping out your whole system.
It's a three-piece combo.
Yeah.
That's right. This is what's necessary to fix the whole earth. This whole mess that Esau used, the so-called white man, has made. That's right. Everything is led up to this. You know, everything that is written, you got the answers, man, through the scriptures. You know, and what's gonna make it happen in 1 hour? Man? Come on.
Exactly.
Man.
Common sense.
1 hour. The things that they invented, man, the nuclear missiles, man. They gonna use them things. They created the sword. They used the sword. They created the gun. They used the gun. They created the grenade. They used that. And they created the atomic bomb. They used it.
Right.
You know. So they're gonna use these nuclear missiles, and that's gonna wipe this place out in 1 hour, man.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Let's do it in an hour.
Laser fire from the chariots.
Yeah. You get Isaiah 95.
Oh yeah.
This book Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
That's it.
And garments rolled with blood, but this shall be with burning fuel of fire." That's right.
Brother Sakarian, brothers breaking down Revelation 9, you know, going to World War I, mentioning World War II, confused noise, men on the battlefield with half of their bodies gone, But this gonna be fought with fuel of fire, man. You know, burning and fuel of fire. That's the nuclear missiles, man. It ain't gonna be a long, drawn out thing, because the Lord said, He promised us He's gonna shorten the times, man. Because His elect are crying out to Him for salvation. You know, and Esau and Edom at the same time, this persecution gonna come after the men of the Lord. The Lord gonna speed this thing up, man.
It's gonna be chaotic, man.
Yeah. We're gonna get us up out of here, man.
It's a prison break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a prison break. You ain't never seen a clean prison break. It's gotta be, you know.
Yep. Yep. The Lord comes. It's a prison break. It's a whole rescue mission, man. He gonna find us in your hand. If you be found, if you still the man, and you be found in your hand, shall be put to death, man.
Hey, when the Exodus wasn't pretty. When we came out of Egypt, that wasn't pretty.
Right.
The Lord destroyed them people, man.
Yeah.
That was active war. That's why we
Running for our life.
Quote, Exodus 15:3. That was a song when Israel, ultimately the Lord was triumphant over the Egyptians.
Yeah.
You see?
And He made the world fear.
Yep.
And
They was
prophecy,
fearing Israel.
and prophecy tell us that we're not even gonna speak of old Egypt after this. That's how on a mass level that this is that's old. That is, you know what I'm saying?
It's firecrackers.
Yeah, all kind. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire. That bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Yeah, it's just like you were saying. How, like you were saying, how is that going to happen in 1 hour? Well, that's the waster. You know, but these countries, all right, they're not like brothers went into the hypersonic missiles and all those things. They're not what the scriptures say furbishing his weapon. They're not furbishing these weapons just to sit on the shelf and just to, you know what I'm saying, just to go, all right, we got them, but
On display.
just to sort of cute, you know what I'm saying. But no, they're gonna use these things, man. Yeah.
Do you know nuclear material?
Right.
That the uranium and the plutonium and it creates. Let's not even deal with that part. The waste that's created from it, like nuclear waste. Do you know how much money and security and thought goes into dealing with nuclear waste? Just the waste product of it. You think these people are playing? These people, these countries, these elite spend millions and billions of dollars monthly, probably, just to maintain and keep. It's not, bro. It's not keeping eggs. You know what I'm saying? It's not a grocery store with milk and you worrying about a bunch of jugs of milk. This is a specific item. And Esau not playing. You think he playing? You think as Craig said, you think he playing?
Right.
Those are assets.
Who you know play like that?
Yeah, but those are considered assets. War, when you think of weapons of war, those are probably the biggest assets you can have. Because, and guess what? Esau is not a man to play about his assets, man. When he deals with wealth, so he doesn't like the brother said. That's a good point. You got it.
Yeah, and just laying back on what you just said, he does not waste money. He'd be a billionaire and be shopping at Walmart.
Yep.
He doesn't waste money.
Right.
Really, ultimately, the Heavenly Father claimed the nuclear missiles is his. It's his sword. It's for his work, man. He put the mind in to do it. And they're going to do it, man. You know?
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 7. I'm going to start at 11, but the point is at 13. The Most High judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. And that's really why this is all going to happen, because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, is angry with the world, man, every day. Angry with the inhabitants of these people, these proudful people walking the earth. 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. Okay, let's talk about the missiles. 13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. And who are the persecutors? All right? First of all, start with you Edomites, so-called white people, and the rest of the damn heathens, man. Mainly the so-called white people, Edomites, but what you did to the children of Israel.
That's right.
All right? What you did to us here in Babylon the Great, man. Slavery, the Lord didn't forget about that. That's why the Lord said, I require that which is past, man.
Woo. Yeah. So that's Numbers 33. Only the blood of him who spilled blood. You got to clean, man. Fuck your reparations. This is beyond reparations. It's beyond
Right.
forgiveness and telling, man,
Yeah.
your blood got to be spilled, man. That's how real this is.
Right.
When it comes to the medical field, the foundation of America's medical history, the experiments they did on Southern Kingdom, man. All right, the torturing without anesthesia. All right, you gotta pay for that shit, man. When it comes to putting viruses and disease into our people, man, to test them out.
Yeah, we
all
were
right?
talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord saw all that, man.
Yep. And you can't put a dollar amount.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you said, fuck your reparations. Fuck your reparations, because you can't put a dollar amount on what you owe, on what you owe our people, man.
Yeah.
You can't put a dollar. You got trillions of dollars, but all that shit ain't enough, man.
Right.
Like you said, we want blood, man.
Right, because you can't quantify what the Lord has promised us. It's innumerable. Hey, immortality?
Yeah.
Get out of here, fucking FR. Get out of here.
Well, think about a mother that loses her child, and you know they trying to give her money. Man, she don't give a damn about all that money. She like it's it's nice when she in that situation, but she just want her son back. Right. Shit. So that's how we feel. You know what I'm saying? We just want shit. All the things, all the fuck up things you did, man. It's too late. You can't put a number on. We don't want your fucking money.
Right.
And we don't want your kingdom either. We don't want America.
We don't want an apology.
Right.
Yeah.
Real talk justice, man. That's real justice. It says in Isaiah 9:6, it's gonna be the kingdom gonna be established with justice, man. No gonna come back and get you for what you did, man. Before a righteous kingdom is set up. You think the kingdom of heaven gonna be set up in the man and this Esau ain't never paid?
Right.
No, that wouldn't be justice, man.
That's it.
It's like Numbers chapter 35, verse 33 says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein."
And come on out of the world. Scriptures let us know. Nahum, the 3rd chapter. Woe unto the bloody city. This is a blood. This country was established in blood, and really, your countries around the world. See, that's why the Lord got missiles for other places around the world too, because it wasn't just simply, America. We know that this is Babylon the Great. This is the center. But your wickedness, as it says in Job the 9th chapter, you done spread your what is it? Spread as a green. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
You spread all over the place with your wickedness, man.
Numbers 35 and 33 says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." It's talking about a man that shed the man's blood, by the man his blood shall be shed. That's how he cleanses it.
Right, it's gonna take nukes because our people carnally wouldn't stand a chance against you Edomites, man. The other nations came. They actually got armies and shit and
That's
governments and stuff. We ain't got none of that, man. So the Lord is just gonna lay you desolate, man. And He got so many reasons too, because your oppression towards us. Hey, Sodom and Gomorrah was an example,
Yeah.
For those who would live ungodly after. Everything. I mean, the writing's on the wall for America, man.
Amen.
I got one. Many seconds. This is Revelation 13 and 9.
Yeah.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
But you know what? We're the crazy ones for having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to deliver us and to destroy our enemies. But you niggas is crazy for thinking that you're gonna carnally go against this devil. Like, you're crazy. Come on, like, really think about it. You just gonna run into the woods and just hide out.
Oh, okay. I got that double.
It ain't going down like that.
Right.
This devil's too strong for us.
Yeah, that's
come
true.
on, Shalom.
Yeah, exactly.
Divine intervention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The only way out of this is to go. You got to go up out of this. You
Yeah.
can't. Man, come on, man.
Right. I mean, come on. Even these elites are building bunkers outside of America, man. What does that tell you, man?
Yeah.
This place is through, man. All right. The secret society, what they call the Illuminati, they're building bunkers out here. They know this place is gonna get.
They
hit
ain't here.
on fire. They're not.
They not here.
The Rothschilds and Rockefellers, you think they gonna be here when this shit gets hit with 200 warheads, man? From nuclear missiles.
Hey, you remember?
Yeah.
They don't waste money.
Yeah.
Right, that's the thing. They
Yeah.
put so much money in these bunkers,
Yeah.
man. We're talking about there's like an order process going on.
I was
Yeah.
the military, the dumb,
Right.
what they call them, dumb, the deep underground ones.
Yeah.
Those I was watching something earlier, and they were speaking about the fact that those it's like 1,400 of those
Right.
scattered around the world, and each of those costs like a couple billion. So you, like you said, they don't waste their money. You think they spending billions, hundreds of billions of dollars on these facilities just to let it collect dust? Fuck out of here,
Makes
man.
sense. They got this thing going on called the Great Resignation. All these CEOs, they getting out of Dodge. They resigning and stuff. All these top people, what is going on here, man? You know, they know something, man. While the rest of these people just can't tell them shit. You know?
This is Micah 4 and verse 11. It says, now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord Yahweh, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. You know, so these nations, you know, like I speak with the Psalms, the 83rd chapter. You know, that's why Abner, he mentioned, hey, these other countries gonna get hit as well. Because the other nations took place in the bringing down of Israel too, man. Right. You know, so the Lord is not leaving one stone unturned, man. Right. Even within Israel, man.
That's why that idea of fleeing, that flee doctrine, it's bullshit. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Right.
At this point, if you really paying attention to geopolitics and whatnot, where the hell are you going on this map?
Right.
You better go to Antarctica.
Right. Yeah, you talking about the fucking North Pole,
You better go to
guy.
the North Pole. Where the hell are you going?
Hey, but there's a perfect scripture for that. Jacob's trouble.
And the Lord gonna find you there.
The Lord gonna get you. Jacob's trouble. That has to happen
Yeah.
before the new drops. It's a World War II. That's it. Yeah,
Woe
that's
to the inhabitants of the earth, man. They that dwell therein.
Come on now.
You know?
Yeah, hey, Job 9:24. Earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. So even if you got a place like Saudi Arabia, who still has dominion over it? Esau Edom.
Yep.
So this whole power structure in this earth has been given to him. So it ain't nowhere safe.
And that's in Revelation. It says they shall mourn and weep over the whore. They shall lament the whore because they're going to be affected. That they use the dollar.
Right.
They all trade and they use the dollar. So of course they're going to be affected. That's why they're going to be like, they're going to howl for her. Because they're going to be like, damn, you know what? Like, shit, man. You know, that was our cash cow.
If I may say, bro. But you know one thing that people aren't understanding? The reason why, because we know the Lord has a time stamp on this. But the reason why you see all this going on, buildings and restaurants, is because the elite are still planning.
Right.
People don't even get that concept. Like, the reason why the economy is still going on at this very moment is because they're still scrambling. Ain't nobody a bigger prepper than the elite.
Right.
And what are they scrambling for? The digital R, the M to the O to the B.
They know they got to make some moves,
They
man.
got it because they want everybody to get this device in their skin. Yeah. Right? Which we here at Great Millstone, to the Spirit Power Yahweh Shema Shah, we don't want to push this heavy, man.
Yeah.
Right.
All right?
That's
That's coming, man.
That's right.
The elite
That's right, brother.
Illuminati, they want to chip everybody, man. All right? We're going to take this down, but that's the agenda, man.
Right.
Right?
If we can ask you, since you're here, brother, you know what the mark of the beast is?
Not exactly, but y'all put I'm just listening.
Okay. All right.
Mark of the beast is the CHIP. We don't want to get our video took down, but it's an implantable CHIP that you're going to place under your hands, man. Brother, we got the scripture, Revelation 13.
Oh, yes, sir, bro.
And it is that to the point where we actually have to spell it out because they take down our videos.
The algorithm.
Through the algorithm. For just saying.
I got you. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a cherubim in their right hand or in their forehead.
The MOTB.
Right. I was just watching a video I just did a lesson on it. They had a movie from the 80s. I don't know if y'all saw this. I'll try to figure out the name of the movie, but it was a movie from the 80s, and they basically were like, basically they went into the whole plan. They went into the whole plan. They said, look, we're gonna, nobody can buy or sell unless you have the right hand. There people were in the audience. He was basically briefing. It was an Edomite. I guess he was supposed to be like the head of, an elite. Huh?
Was it a Brave New World?
Probably.
Was it like how they do like in TED Talks? Like
He
saying
was
on
like
stage?
addressing a meeting. It was like a meeting of elites, but basically he was addressing that. Like I said, this is 30 years ago. But they were asking questions. They said, "Oh, okay. Well, what if people refuse the CHIP?" And he said, "All right. Well, look." He said, "They ain't gonna be able to eat." He said, "Basically, they're gonna get to a point where they're so hungry, where they're gonna take it."
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll try to get the name of that movie, but it's heavy, man. But I go to show you that this thing is not made up, man.
Right.
See, a lot of these camps and different groups, they try to, dance around
Dance around prophecy.
That's it.
Just dancing around
Dance
prophecy.
around prophecy.
You know, like you said, it's like through the spirit. The Lord didn't wake us up to the truth for partying and bullshit. You know, the whole point of waking up is the idea of waking up. What's the first level of just waking up on any level? In my opinion, is realizing there's somebody trying to kill me that I don't know. That's the first level of you waking up. You realize that in this world that I'm in, that there's actually an enemy of mine. And then it advances to the point, like you're saying, you realize that this enemy, the man, you know what I'm saying, has a plan to put something in us. Hey, they saying it, you say in movies, but who was it that said that? The Illuminati want my mind, body, and soul.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been telling us this for years. Prodigy, Goody Mob.
The man has a plan to put something in your hand.
Hell no.
October 31st, Elon Musk, he's going to have a Neuralink Halloween party. All right?
Oh,
He
come
calls
on,
it a
man.
Show and tell.
Oh,
Where he's
show
going
and-
to show, someone having a digital, a device in their brain. All right? Linked to a computer. What's all that about, man? They're doing this in front of your face, but people are oblivious, man.
They don't waste money.
Yeah,
I got a
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So the brother mentioned instead of saying Mark, the brother said Karagu.
Right.
Which why did he say Karagu? Because of course when you deal with the New Testament, you gotta deal with Greek language. Now Karagu, in that context, which is what that word M-E-R-K is, alright, it's Karagu, right? Which means a stamp, an imprinted mark. It says, going down to Roman numerals 2, it says theme card, sculpture, graven work.
Right.
Right? So it's talking about something that's actually, it's a physical thing that's actually going to go inside of your skin, man. It's not talking about Christianity. It's not talking about philosophy.
That's right.
It's not talking about an embargo.
Sin.
It's not talking about sin.
Season of
Right?
white living.
It's talking about
It's not money.
The Lord's gonna reveal it.
That's why the scripture says no man can buy or sell unless he has. We all can buy and sell, man.
Right.
That don't mean we got the MOTV.
Oh, but
right?
brother, but what happens when you go into these stores? You go into CVS, Walgreens. All of the doors and windows are already digital.
Tap.
You get what I'm saying? We're already in this digital world where when you can see it. You can really see, like, in the glimpse of a moment when they decide you can't come in here. See, C19 really gave us a preview. If you didn't see it during C19,
Well, you can see the payment. You can see the transition of payments.
I was about to say, yeah.
Because you remember before even debit cards, what you had, just cash, right?
Right.
But then look, then you had the debit cards. Then what? What was the next level of debit card? The chip card.
Right.
Oh,
CHIP
but
card.
right before you got to the CHIP card, I'm gonna ask all y'all something, because I know me, I've been tracking this myself for the last few years. How many of y'all carry cash now?
I ain't got nothing on me. I ain't got nothing on me.
Bro, I lost my debit card for about a week. I was through.
We don't deal with cash like that.
But that's one of the that's one of the reasons And they're gonna use to push it. It's security.
Yeah.
They're gonna like you lost your debit card. Well, they're gonna put, you'll never be able to lose it. You'll always have entry to
Yes,
stuff.
with you.
Then what's the Fed Now app all about? You know what I'm saying? They passing the Fed Now app that goes into effect December 22nd. What do you think they're gonna transition into after the Fed Now app?
Yeah.
You think they just gonna stop there? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna need a biometric signature that identifies to you to prove that you're the person making that transaction.
All right, hey,
You
Shalom.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's another transitional stepping stone into the C hip. But this is the last one. After this one, you definitely gonna have a C hip after this. There's no other way to no other level to go to.
Right, and it's a very important prophecy because the judgment for it, Revelation chapter 14, man.
Come on now.
Tells you if you take that, you're gonna be in the lake of fire. You can't repent from that, so you can't play around with this, man. Ain't no, it could be this or I don't know. You know, that's why through the Spirit of power, how about you? I'm trying to men and great millstone and those who teach the same doctrine. So fervently push this prophecy out.
That's
man.
right.
You know.
I got a precept.
Yeah.
Real quick, this goes into the servitude. You know, if you have a slave in ancient times, this is how you were going into the ark. This is Exodus 21:5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out. I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl. So, you know, that's going into basically stamping your property.
Right.
So, this is my slave. I'm gonna continue. It says, and he shall serve him forever.
And that herd mentality gonna take over. Once these Jake can see sheep. I saw a video about a week ago with sheep, and this woman was running through the woods, and 100 sheep got lost from the shepherd. So they just started following this random lady just running through the woods, showing you that sheep are simple. We're the lost sheep of Israel. So when Jake starts seeing enough people, oh, this is cool. Then they gonna go right along with it, man. We gonna see people signing up for slavery, man.
That's a ceremony the brother just brought out. Basically, that was a ceremony. A ritual. And that's all this thing is going to be. Really just manifesting that y'all really love this world.
Yes, man.
Y'all really love Esau Edom too, man. That's y'all daddy, man. You join hand in hand with him, man.
They say they love this beast system. That means what you say, you're okay with LGBTQ lifestyle, you're okay with missing children, you're okay with experimentation, you're okay with all that shit.
Eating mystery meat.
Yup. Right?
Yeah.
You're okay with all that.
Believe. The scriptures say they done heard about Israel, especially at that point, man. Brothers have prophesied about the CHI many a times. They done seen things. They probably even said to themselves, man, I ain't gonna take that. They'll say the hour of temptation if you've been keeping this word, man. The patience of his word. You really got to be into this, man. Really
right,
seeking this and hastening the day that our Lord comes, man.
Right.
Those are souls who are gonna be kept from us.
Like Apostle Paul always said, he said one time, he said, look, I can't say I'm not going to take the
That's how serious it is.
Right. I can't say I'm not going to. Hopefully I've done enough that the Lord sees fit to keep me from it. That's what Revelation 3:10 says.
Yeah.
I will keep you, not you keep you. He will keep you.
Right.
Because you know what?
At home, yeah, exactly.
When Day of Atonement was
Yeah, can you
a
deliver
couple weeks
yourself?
ago, and I spoke about this with brothers, but in the spirit of it, the Lord having us do a day where you fast, or the culture of fasting, you get a glimpse of not taking in something.
Yeah.
But this society is so heavy on gluttony, and I don't know, I mean, I can't speak on other brothers, but I've never been forced where I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if I didn't eat, it was a choice.
Yeah.
But when your spirit, when your flesh feel that energy of,
Yeah, you did
like,
say that on Dead.
when the flesh feel that energy of like, oh shit, it ain't no food out here, you can only hope that the Lord is with you, because that feeling is going.
Right. That's like an animal. They don't know when the next time they're gonna eat.
That's the hour of temptation.
Yeah, because Satan gonna be in your mind. Well, you know, all you gotta do is go down. Satan gonna be in the back of your mind.
That's how serious it's gonna be. You hungry.
It's gonna be a sign.
Yeah, say it.
Right. Hey, that's how serious this is. What we doing in of doing the word day in and day out, because the Lord said, my servant shall eat.
That's right.
My servant shall drink, rejoice, and sing for joy of spirit, man. If you praising the Lord, keeping the Lord, you're not going to lack bread. The Lord's going to come through. But that goes to show how serious this truth is, man.
That's why we out here on a Thursday.
You know, you know, by the mercies of the Most High, you get to present your body's living sacrifice.
That's right, brother.
And if that's what's your reasonable service, is the Lord gonna keep you in the time when she's starving everybody else, and they gonna go and line up for that thing, man.
Because dopamine, the dopamine,
Man.
and food is at an abundance. You can go walk on any corner and get a bite to eat, and the Lord gonna go from that to you have to get this CD or you eat nothing. And your dopamine is going crazy. I gotta eat. I'll do whatever you say. You know.
Your immune system, whole job, is to keep your ass alive.
Yeah.
You understand? Like there's a part of your body that's whole job is to keep you alive.
Yeah.
The Lord put something in all of us that feeling of keeping you of fear or that that all of those things keep you alive. So the Lord in that day is gonna have to literally cut that energy off.
Oh, yeah.
For you to be able to be not tuned into the fact of ain't no food out here unless you go down there.
Yeah. That's heavy, man.
Take that chip.
These people are going from, like the brother said, these people are going from getting food delivered to their door. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shit, you know, hey, I'm hungry.
Yep.
We call Uber Eats.
Right.
20, 30 minutes. You got it right there.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. But guess what? Hey, the Lord, like you said, the Lord is preparing our spirits to where we almost halfway there to resist it, because some of us don't even eat half the day.
We be like, oh fuck, we curse this food out now.
Right. Yeah.
Some days I don't even eat. I might not even eat today. I don't even know.
See, bro, we were talking about that earlier, bro. The brothers was speaking earlier today. It was like, you may go half the day, and get nighttime, you finally sit down and be like, damn, I ain't even ate nothing. But then, like how you were saying, the Americans, bro, man, we working on these jobs with these people. Man, these people can't go 30 minutes without putting something in their mouth, man.
Bro, cannibalism is going, this period we talking about, man, cannibalism is going to break out in the first hour.
Yeah, a whole lot of Jeffrey Dahmers.
In the first hour of no food, you going to have people out here looking at their family like, I'm about to eat this nigga, man.
Like I said, Alex Jones said that he said he'll eat his own kids that day. He said that on camera.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
Need a mic.
Hey, you know them old cartoons? We had the mommy's helping to look at the fat chicken, she turned into a turkey leg.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be there. That's what they're going to be seeing. I got to put this Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's the judgment, man. That's why this is not something to play with. This is not something to pursue up. This is not something to pander. This is not something to get along with everybody just to get along. No, the M-A-R-K is the C-H-I-P, and that's the judgment of it. You're gonna be in a fire, no mercy mixed in. That's it. Right. You know, and that goes to fearing the Lord, man. You gotta fear the Lord. You should read that scripture. You gotta know what the hell this is, man. And that's why the scriptures also say, "Wisdom, knowledge, and the stability of our time." That's right. Salvation. The fear of the Lord is a treasure, man. Those who fear the Lord gonna have the spirit on his men. It's gonna play out. The Lord gonna have the spirit upon you. Like, hell no. And the Lord really is gonna be the Lord, keeping you from it.
That's right.
You know.
Like the brother brought out in Exodus 21st chapter. Yeah. You basically signing your rights over to the devil. You know what I'm saying? When you a child of the heaven, especially for you Israelites, you're a child of the Most High.
You have an inheritance.
That's worshiping the beast.
There you go.
You know, because that's like because the brother brought out Revelation 14, and it said it's like not only do they want you to worship the beast, but they also want to put the beast inside of you.
Right.
You know, so they already got half of our people because they already worshiping the beast.
Right.
You saw a glimpse of that with the pandemic.
Right.
All right, how easily they ran to go get that jump shot, man. All right. Didn't want to question it, say I don't care what's in it. All right, I just want my life back.
That was easy.
Easy.
You know? So when they bring this, yeah, most of our people are gonna go and they're gonna run to it, man, because really, in their mind, man, all right, they are in love with the Edomites, man.
Right.
They love the ways of the heathens, man.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is, man.
In our people's mind, Esau he's God.
Yep.
Yeah.
People make war with America in a nutshell.
I mean, they like wickedness, man. Our people really like wickedness. Me and Brother Shalom. On the way here, talking about how our people have none of the Lord's reproof. I mean, tell them stop eating this. They won't stop eating that. Tell them stop celebrating this. They won't look up. They won't even look up the letter J. You know?
Crazy.
Tell them look up the letter J. Just do that. They won't do that. So you love wickedness, and that's why you got this love affair with Esau either, man. And you gonna go there too.
Mama, I can say too, hey, because the scripture says we should be rehearsing the righteous acts. We're the land of our captivity. So there's no way we can keep the law or the things that we're supposed to do in its entirety. So the things that we got to keep is very simple. Don't eat pork. Grow your beard out. Do work. Be brotherly. Those are all very, very, don't commit adultery. Those are all very simple things. to
Just
do.
believe.
Just believe. Jake don't want to do that. You know? And then the scriptures talk about how he that get the mark will get a grievous sword. You know what I'm saying? They don't even talk about that. What's up with that? You cool about that. You know? What is that? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Y'all just skip that part, you know? Like it says, you can't buy or sell, and you don't get a grievous sword. Well, Christianity don't give you grievous swords on your body. You know what I'm saying? Embargo don't give you grievous swords.
That's a good point.
So all these clues point to something that they put in you.
Physical,
that's
right.
disrupt your body. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Yeah.
we always talk about the hand, and you imagine the imprint, the pain of that, but bro, they gonna put some shit in your fucking head, man. Like, that shit gotta hurt. Sky.
That's devilish. You know?
That shit gotta hurt.
That's all. Bro, but
Yeah.
they love the system, man. You're not gonna be saved. The brother was saying you're gonna rehearse the righteous acts. That's actually a prerequisite.
They're gonna
to
brand
be
you in
saved.
the middle
If I
of
can
a
bring it out,
fire.
Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers. You know? Those who gonna be delivered from the nuclear missiles, man. That's right. So we was going into the boat, the Lord swore, you know? In the places of drawing water was the servitude, we drew water for our enemies, man, who was ruling over us in slavery. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
That's right.
Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. So this is a prerequisite, man. To be saved, not just when Yahweh shall come, to be kept in the hour of temptation. Rehearsing the righteous acts, man. She's giving a damn, man. Trying.
Just trying,
This is
man.
what loving the Most High. This is what it looks like. You know, loving God. This is what it looks like.
That's right.
Right.
And it's not grievous. It's not that we love to do. Our lives have been made better by doing this. We don't get sick as much. You know, remember when we eat abominations? Sickness is popping up left and right.
Right, yeah.
Now you see why. Because you eat shit that the Lord said not to eat.
I mean, we got hope too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even through the affliction we go through, man, we really believe in living forever.
Yeah, we got something to look
You know,
forward
like
to.
we know it's coming without a shadow of doubt.
Right.
We know the Lord preparing a place, mansions,
Right.
planets. You know, that's the patience and the faith of the saints, having our oppressors under us, man.
Getting crowns.
You know, sipping with your Yahweh Shai. Come on, man.
Yeah, I was going. Salaki, I was just gonna make a point. It's a simple fact of just aligning yourself with a winner, man. You know, right now we're losers. We got a long history. The Israelites have a very long history of being losers in this place.
Real
man.
talk, bro.
But the truth gives you an opportunity to be a winner. You know, to align yourself with your heart.
That's real, brother.
And you gonna choose to be a loser. I mean, you know,
That's crazy. Jake want to be on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here it is, the Lord came by with another boat. Like, yo, y'all niggas get off this shit. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna stay with this.
Yeah, I pay you for this book.
That's Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. He sent that boat. Better get your ass on it. Michael 2 and 10, man.
No, I ain't quitting. I love it here. It's Hellcats.
I got perfect scriptures just to back up why they gonna be like this.
What is wrong with
You
Jake?
know, very
Jay say
specific
some
to
shit like that too,
Babylon the
bro.
Great.
Hellcats.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 11. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So that's how we know the 2/3 ain't gonna get it, man. They gonna stay with this place to the nukes drop, man. Because when you read two scriptures, the fact is the Lord didn't want them to get it, man.
That's it,
You really
man.
take it, if you understand it spiritually, the Lord didn't want them to get it, man.
Right,
They gotta
that's it.
pay for what they did, and they passed life too.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Right? This is why they call it the second death, man.
That's right.
Yep.
You know?
Let's see.
This book Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. Isaiah 51, 14 says, the captive exile hastening that he may be loose, that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread shall fail, man. We're captives exiled from our land, man. And we hasten that we may be loose, man. Get the fuck out of Babylon. See the downfall of our enemy. That's the one thing that man have joy of, to see the fall of the enemy.
That's
Yep. Yep.
With that, give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Kakwadash.
Salutations to the host of Kwame Yashuala.
Kwame Yashuala. Ababa Ball. Shalom.